welcome in. See you next time.
Like those kicks, MP. MP said he woke up today ready to slay some dragons.
It's going in! We got this, don't worry. Hey! Watch out! I'm pressure him up! All day! Range game, huh? Oh, that's the win! Oh, that's too easy! What's up with that?
Come on, MP.
Woo! I run this.
MP, how you feeling? What's up, MP?
And he's about to tear it up.
Time to warm up. Get ready to rock.
We're running out without any.
I don't like this.
There he is.
say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great to hear Skylar Cole singing the national anthem before today's contest. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference.
Here we go.
Taking a look at Minnesota. They love where they stand right now. And Grant.
Of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation, and they make the most of their bench, which is smart.
Wilson's checked in for Boston. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. DiVincenzo comes in for Anthony Edwards. And MP has made his goal clear. He has his sights set on beating the top teams in the league because he knows to be the best, you have to beat the best.
Well, we're already seeing the effort on the part of MP and his teammates to beat the best of the best. The results haven't been there yet, but MP is confident in their mission. They'll have another chance here tonight.
On the court for Minnesota, Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Mike Conley. And it's Alexander Walker in at the three. And time now to go courtside with Allie LaForce for a report on MP.
Well, here's what MP had to say about facing one of the best teams in the conference. Games like this are bookmarks, he said, potential moments when the big picture unfolds. We want to have our hands raised at the end of these chapters. MP sure knows how to set the stage, BA.
Oh, yeah, sounds like it's going to be a real page-turner, Allie. Randle can't hit.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Wilson, no good. Timberwolves trail by 7. Conley looking for an opening. Pass to Randle. Porzingis grabs the board.
You know, scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Wilson passes to White. Down low. And that one's good. Wilson.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Outside Conley. To the inside. And it's Randle with the jam.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
From deep three-point range. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. It's the And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Peyton Pritchard is out there with Jason Tatum. Then there's Al Horford, and it's Wilson in at power forward. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, BA. That's the name of their fan base, and yet they're excited, and for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for. Reed has a pretty proficient three-point shot. He's a big guy who loves to stretch the floor, too.
Lets it go from deep. Wilson, no good. Timberwolves trail by 6. Pass to DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Now here's Reed. The fader. The rebound, Celtics. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Wilson. Back to Tatum. Inside. Horford gets it done inside.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Some changes for Boston. Kristaps Porzingis comes in for Horford, and Holiday subbed in for Hauser. Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley comes in for DiVincenzo. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Pass to Alexander Walker. Reed sets a screen. Alexander Walker, the pass to Conley. 5 on the clock. Uses the glass on the layup.
Conley, so crafty with that left hand of his. The veteran knows his way around the hoop.
Porzingis with it. Here's Wilson. And he drains it. That basket makes him 4 for 9.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Outside Conley. Outside Edwards. 3-pointer. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the middle. Outside Holiday. To the paint. Here's Wilson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Timberwolves trail by 8. Outside Conley. Left side Reed. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Holiday. Outside Tatum. Down low. Left side Porzingis. Look at KP. Strong inside.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to rattle Porzingis. This guy's just unflappable.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Wilson. No good there.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Gobert plays as tough at the rim offensively as anybody in the league.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And Boston with some changes. Brown, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. And it's White in for Pritchard. Porzingis finds Holiday to the middle. Here's Wilson. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
McDaniels passes to Randall. Rebound Boston. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds in the game. Back to White. Inside. And that one's good. Wilson. Wilson's got 8 points in the quarter.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Randall deciding where to go with it. That three's off the mark.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Tries to break his ice. And so it's Boston going into the break up 12. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. We'll be right back.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
You know, right now for Minnesota, this team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say, they are making it look easy, here in this early part of the season at least. And switching gears now to that first half, big hill to climb for the Timberwolves.
They're within striking distance. They've done a few good things out there, but rebounding is not one of them, Shaq.
Probably the difference in the game, which I'm sure Coach is reminding them of. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And after a very... changes for Boston. Horford, he's checked in for Porzingis. Wilson comes in for Tatum. And Pritchard is subbed in for White. Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. DiVincenzo comes in for Anthony Edwards. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Pass to Gobert to the left side wing. Now here's Conley. Not a lot of room. He can't get that one to fall.
If this quarter is any indication, he's not going to be the guy to turn this game around in their favor.
So for Minnesota right now, we've got Mike Conley. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Reed in at the small forward position. DiVincenzo, pass to Randle. The three-pointer off the mark.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game is going.
To the inside. Wilson, no good. Timberwolves trail by 18. From deep, Conley connects from downtown. Conley's got 7 points.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
Pass to Pritchard. Inside. Here's Wilson. Lays it up and in despite excellent defense. Wilson's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now here's Conley. He has 7. To the paint. Here's Randle. And it's Randle with the jam.
Knew exactly where his teammate would be. That's a product of good chemistry.
And so it's Boston up 15 points as this quarter concludes. Defense is setting the tone. Back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Jason Tatum out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Al Horford, and it's Hauser in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Tatum passes to Wilson. Here's Pritchard. Down low. And that one's good. Wilson.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
DiVincenzo, pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Once Reed saw he had room, he went right up with authority.
Boston leading by 15. On the wing, Tatum. And then Tatum slams it in.
An athletic forward who dunks it with style. He's showing off his dunking ability right there.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. DiVincenzo, the pass to Edwards. To the middle. And Reed with a basket on the assist by Edwards. Edwards has got his 4th assist in this one. Pass to Wilson. Here's Pritchard inside. And that one's good. Wilson's got 4 points in the quarter.
I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from in close.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Edwards, the pass to Reed. Oh, sweet move. Nice D from Horford.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And the upcoming schedule for the Minnesota Timberwolves. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Steven Adams and the Houston Rockets. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings.
Despite the success they found lately on the road, it always feels great coming home. They'll get a chance to rest off the court, and with how much traveling these guys do during a season, that's key.
And Boston with some changes. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Horford. White comes in for Hauser. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Pritchard. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Wiseman. Randall comes in for Reed. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. Second free throw, no good.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of, because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
To the paint. And that one's good from Conley.
Right there, Conley working his magic inside. He is crafty near the rack.
Holiday passes to Wilson. On the wing, Tatum. Here's Wilson. On the wing, Tatum. McDaniels covering. Wilson. Can't hit from in close. Timberwolves trail by 16. McDaniels passes to Conley. Some solid defense from Holiday. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. To the left wing. McDaniels against Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
And watch how Tatum navigates the contact. Just one of the many go-to moves for him in the paint.
Here's Conley. Outside McDaniels. 1:51 left to play in the fourth quarter. Outside Conley. 4-3. Boston pulls it in. Porzingis has got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Holiday passes to Wilson. Outside Tatum. Here's Wilson. Back to Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. The three is up. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Celtics.
Their unbelievable shooting was probably the biggest difference tonight, but they also got stops.
Yeah, great effort on both ends. Now, they worked for good shots, and they were stingy defensively as well, but just really impressive.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
It sure is. It's just the 2 gamers since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Jason Tatum.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
Pass to McDaniels. Edwards against White. Down low. Here's Randall.
Oh, my goodness!
Whoa! And that one is stuffed right through.
Edwards moving that orange like a real pro.
Fires from deep. No good on the shot. So we see the Celtics taking the W here. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. And they were just dominant out there.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports.
They talk the talk, but you walk the walk. Hey, so where we going?
Just the northwest corner of the parking lot.
We should not leak any info on the social. Understood? Enjoy this trip, huh? Report back soon. My daughter was asking me to make spooning glasses.
Ooh, yeah, I'm not sure.
Hey, man.
Hey! Welcome! All right, goodbye!
Hey, nice to see you. Come back soon.
There you go. You're my favorite player, man. You always deliver.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Wednesday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Washington Wizards. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up.
The Celtics making a change here. Wilson's checked in. The Clippers also making some changes. Eubanks, he's checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Derek Jones. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Norman Powell. We've seen it already this season, and P has an elevated intent to win. Anytime he's matched up against one of the league's power teams. You know what? He loves these kind of challenges.
And it's up to MP to prove that he can get the job done. It's been a bit mixed in terms of his track record. It's one thing to motivate your team with tough talk, but it can't be empty talk. He's got to bring the heat tonight.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. So, it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Like looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Brown outside. And the 3-ball is good. Brown's got a couple of threes now in the first for Boston.
Once a weakness in Brown's arsenal, now he's a legitimate threat to burn you from deep.
Harden has a wide-open look. And the 3 off target. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just 2 powerhouse teams facing off.
And who knows, if you want to look all the way ahead to the finals, it's possible these teams could see each other there. So both teams looking to make a statement in their first meeting of the season.
To the paint, here's Wilson. Shot's good. Brown making the play. Wilson's got his second bucket of the night.
Those assist numbers from Brown have continued to creep up.
Outside Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. It's the Celtics. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Chris Dunn is out there with Norman Powell. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then there's Drew Eubanks. And it's Brown in at the power forward position. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Powell for three. Craps in the tray. Powell's got 7 points.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Pass to Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston. And that one is good. 8 points for Red Hot.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Done outside. Now Brown. Bogdanovich inside. Back to Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Releases. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Powell against Tatum. From the arc. And Boston with the rebound. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
They were very disciplined on that end of the floor, staying attached to shooters and disrupting plays with their active hands.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's ready to talk things through with the team. So both teams making some changes here. Now let's take a look at the teams that have been holding their opponents to the fewest points in the last 10 games. Number 1, the Celtics.
They've dialed up the defense in a big way. You've got to get creative if you're going.
He's checked in for Tatum. The Clippers also making some changes. Eubanks comes in for Bogdanovich. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Norman Powell. Eubanks finds Harden. And Jones now atop the key. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists in the game.
Just watch James Harden. It's beautiful. He plays at his own pace. He reads the floor as well as anybody in the game.
Here's White. Up and in on the layup. And the Celtics lead by 3.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Pass to Eubanks. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Eubanks. And it's Powell in for Chris Dunn. 50 seconds left here in the second. Here's Zubac. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Clock management, this is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Back to Harden. Over Holiday. That's 2, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from James Harden.
Well, Harden is a versatile shooter, so he'll make the most of that mid-range spot whenever you give it to him.
Right the pass to Wilson. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Leonard. And it's White with the rebound. White's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Wilson. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead by 5. And we'll be back for The second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
Fairly easy stretch for them. Could even have some blowouts, allowing them to rest their stars a little bit.
That would be their best case scenario, but then again, best laid plans. And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the Celtics.
Their bench has been strong. Guys coming in, accepting their roles, playing well in the minutes they're getting.
I'll take your word on this one, Kenny. You're the backup expert.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, making some changes. Al Horford's checked in for Porzingis. Red Hot comes in for Jason Tatum. And it's Pritchard in for Derek White. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Jones. On the wing, Brown. 1:16 left in the third quarter. Shots good by Wilson. 14 points for Red Hot.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
We've got Wilson. He's out there with Jaylen Brown. Horford is out there with Holiday. And it's Pritchard in at the 1. That's the Boston 5. The shot by Wilson, no good. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Leonard. Leonard battling for 2.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
Wilson the pass to Horford. Back to Wilson. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. 16 points for Red Hot.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Here's Leonard. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Such a smart offensive player. Leonard understands when to rise up there off the dribble.
Zubats against Horford. Here's Wilson, and the layup's good off the glass. Wilson's got 6 here in this quarter.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Leonard, that's for 2. Can't nail the jumper. And so it's Boston, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Bogdanovic out there with Harden. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's Drew Eubanks. And it's Coffey in at the 3 slot. Clock at 4. Here's Harden. The shot's good.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. It's Harden with the drive. And he gets the bucket.
Moving downhill, Harden can be so wily. Cutting through the D, right to a shot.
Celtics leading by 5. The Celtics working the ball around now. To the inside. And Tatum launches it from deep. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside, Jones. To the middle. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Zubac is checked in for Eubanks. Inside. Here's Wilson. Pass to Tatum. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Clippers trail by 5. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Harden. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And again, the Clippers turn it over.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
Porzingis, he's checked in for Boston. Brown comes in for Pritchard. And then for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Amir Coffey. And it's Powell in for Bogdanovich. And he goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. And so Powell will bring it up for the Clippers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Zubac the pass to Powell. Screen by Jones. Down low. And Jones slams it home.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Tatum passes to Wilson. No good that time. Good work defensively by Jones. But Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Big-time rejection from Porzingis. You must be careful trying to shoot when he's lurking nearby.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Leonard, no luck. Boston leading by 5. Wilson, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
One of the most unselfish players in this league. That's a nice pass from Drew.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Leonard the pass to Jones. And Jones with the stuff.
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Boston.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass. Constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
Tough D don't matter. Porzingis has too much size.
To the inside. And Jones slams it home.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Tatum against Leonard. Tatum with the screen on Hart. A shot by Wilson, no good. Clippers trail by 5. Leonard inside, guarded by Holiday. Puts it up from 12. Rebound Boston. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Tatum. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Okay, just some big boy strength there from Tatum. Just put himself to the line.
And that one falls for Tatum. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. .50 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Brown, no good. Pass to Powell. Jones with it. Now Harden. The shot that time, not on target. Holiday with the defensive effort. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. The Celtics working the ball around now. Wilson. Good.
And what a find by Brown, demonstrating a willingness to create for teammates.
Here's Wilson. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. So once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge.
Huge moment on the show today as I am ready to unveil my ultimate NBA Dynasty rankings.
All right, I mean, it took you long enough.
Actually, he brought this up 2 weeks ago.
Finally, Toby says something useful.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, it would have taken me 20 minutes, but maybe that's because I know how to ball.
No one knows more than me, Russell,
Whatever.
about anything.
Ooh, that is patently false.
And you can patently shut it.
That doesn't make sense.
Maybe not, Toby. I'm not a book boy like you, but I am a knower of ball, and I am ready to unveil my dynasty list.
All right, just say it already. Do we need a drum roll?
All right, here we go. In reverse order, please hold your applause until the end. Number 9, Hakeem's Rockets.
I like that. I like that.
Number 8, Isaiah's Bad Boy Pistons. Number 7, LeBron's Big 3 Heat. Number 6, Birds Big 3 Celtics. Number 5, Steph's Warriors. Number 4, Duncan's Spurs. Number 3, Kobe's Lakers. Number 2, Magic's Showtime Lakers. And number 1.
I mean, it's
You
obviously
guys ready?
Jordan's Bulls.
Jordan's Bulls.
Wrong! It's Jordan's Bulls!
Yeah, that's what I said.
No spoilers, Russ.
I mean, we both said it already.
We could debate the definition of spoiler all day long, but what I want to know is, what do you think?
I mean, quite frankly, it's a shockingly coherent list, especially for you, Jalen. But, you know, I think some of the placement is debatable.
Nobody cares, Toby. Russ, what do you think? You're a hooper. How'd I do?
Honestly, I think my biggest thing is Duncan's Spurs. You know, I feel like you put them a little high.
What about 5 championships? Don't you understand,
No, I know.
Russell?
It's how long it took to get them. You know, it was
Duncan's first championship came in 1999, and his last was in 2014. That's a 16-year span.
Right, and the Warriors, who you put below them, won 4 in 9 years. I mean, I could even make the case for the Celtics being more dominant, winning 3 and 7, including 5 finals appearances and going up against those great Lakers teams. Plus, I might put Larry over Steph if we're keeping it 100.
Look, those are interesting points you both make. It's clear you spent a lot of time thinking about this, and for that, I commend you. Unfortunately, it pains me to say this, but you're both unbelievably wrong and stupid.
Okay, we don't need to make it personal, Jalen. It's okay to disagree.
Everything is personal, Russ. This is war.
Pretty sure this is a TV show.
That it is, Toby, which means it's time for a quick commercial break. Back with more Jalen Murphy Show after this.
Okay, then. That's how we stand on business. Son, you win so many games, I'm running out of things to say.
Come back soon.
Ain't ready, MP. Shaking, MP. Win this thing so we can get some Italian beef sandwiches. Objects in motion, stay in motion.
Here we go, MP! You know you can do it!
Welcome, everyone, to the final matchup before the knockout round. Things are starting to get a little chippy. Everyone jostling for that NBA Cup. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls going up against the Boston Celtics. Brian Anderson with you. Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the fourth member of our team, Allie LaForce. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaking out. Taking a look at Boston, they're sitting at the top of their conference right now with the #1 record. And, of course, Chicago, quite a bit of space between these two.
Well, for the Celtics, it's impressive how well they have played. I mean, some teams need more time before they start clicking, but not them. They were ready from the beginning.
And what a good feeling it is to play such high-quality basketball so early in the season. This kind of start sets the foundation for what could be a monster year.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. And it's Holiday in at the point guard. And for the Bulls, Gideon White pair to make the backcourt. Booz Ellis out there with Smith. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3, the small forward. You look at the Bulls, they haven't won a game yet in the NBA Cup. 0-3 record with tonight being their last Cup game.
Well, losing all 3 games, obviously not ideal. The good news, I guess, this is their last NBA Cup game. So there's that.
And then when you talk about the Celtics, they've been excellent in this NBA Cup tourney so far. A flawless 3-0 record.
And tonight a chance to steal a road win and make it 4-0. You've got to like their chances of making a deep run for that NBA Cup.
The first one falls, and you look at Matas Buzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Grant.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving.
Good on both. And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, B.A., if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
Now here's White, a valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. Smith outside. There's the triple. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Boston on offense. Their last game, a win against the Clippers, looking to carry it into this one.
That was a tremendous all-around game. Their intensity was there, and their production was right there along with it, too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
Now here's Giddey. Playing Orlando, he was nearly unstoppable. Smith finds White. Smith with a screen on White. White against White. White can't hit.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Brown passes to Holiday. Outside Tatum. Four on the clock. From the top of the key, he buries it.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Outside White. Dosunmu outside. Outside White. Shoots over White. White, good. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Right side Brown. Tatum. Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Al Horford's checked in for Porzingis. Wilson comes in for Jason Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Drew Holiday. And we're going courtside for a report on MP.
Hey guys, well as you know, MP grew up just outside of Chicago and has a lot of connections to the city, and I asked him what it's like coming home in a different jersey, and he said, it's great to be here. There's no feeling like returning to where you started. I love this place, this community, and these people. He was grinning as he told me he was able to get tickets from most of his old Plainview High teammates.
And Ali, even though he's playing against their beloved Bulls, you can tell a lot of this crowd is rooting for MP as well.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Pass to Brown. Here's Wilson. The rebound by Phillips. Chicago leading by 7. Here's White. Hauser grabs the board.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Back to Pritchard. Here's Hauser. Let's go with a 3. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Outside Herter. Ball outside to the inside. And Phillips gets it to go.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Celtics trail by 9. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
For Chicago, they've got 8 out of 12 shots to fall. The open shot, White. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Brown in the high post. Here's Hauser. Buries it from 3.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
And so it's Chicago, leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. The hustle they've shown on defense has been... If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
On the court right now for the Celtics, we've got Jason Tatum. He's out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Wilson in at the 4. Ball passes to Horton Tucker. Collins outside. The 3 from Ball. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Greg.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Well, Jason Tatum has proven he can score at the NBA level, but you want to see him share the basketball pretty fast.
They get it again. Collins, no good. Celtics trail by 4. Tatum with it. Now Herter defending. Here's Wilson. Drops in the 3. Wilson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Phillips is checked in for Chicago. Terry comes in for Horton Tucker. Porzingis is checked in for Boston. Holiday comes in for Hauser. Tatum against Ball. Another shot. And he sinks the layup. Ball's got his first bucket in this one.
And I like the mix of power and agility Ball uses inside. One way or another, he's going to get a shot.
And And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. That'll be the second of a 2-game stretch at home.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Pass to Wilson. Back to Tatum. Fires the three. Ball with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
The NBA wanted to raise the stakes during the regular season. Mission accomplished. The Cup has been a hit with teams and their fans.
Yeah, team rivalries used to add drama to the regular season. Pacers, Knicks, Bulls, Pistons, Lakers, Celtics. But this tournament has added a whole new dynamic to get excited about.
Well, the increasing strength of Jason Tatum is making it harder to knock him off his path. That is nice.
And Phillips gets it to go. Phillips has got 6.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Pritchard, the pass to Wilson. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. To the middle. Count it. 9 points in the game.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Outside Herter. They set the pick. Pass to Ball. Back to Herter. The 3-ball. Nails it from beyond the arc. Herter's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Amongst the best decision makers in the league. Lonzo with the right decision there.
So Chicago ends up going with a new group. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Boston. White comes in for Pritchard. Boston, no good that time either.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Three-pointer, Buzelis. They get it back. From behind the arc. Nails it from 3.
And he doesn't waste any time at all. Buzelis got the ball and just attacked right away.
Pass to Wilson. Rebound by the Bulls. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Smith with the rebound. Here's Chicago now. They're on a 12-4 run. White on the wing. He's covered by Holiday. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Now, so far, Jalen Smith has proven to be a quality role player. This guy works his tail off both ends.
It's his first trip to the line. Smith hits them both.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Holiday passes to Wilson. On target from range. Wilson's got 12 points in the game. Bulls leading by 8. Outside Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. Here's the 3. That one doesn't drop. With 1 on the clock. That shot off the mark. And so it's the Chicago Bulls up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. Back after this.
Well, and looking at the Nets matchup, on paper, these teams are pretty even. So what will be the determining factor there, Ernie? I'm not sure, but they got to avoid mental errors.
Shaq, you agree with Kenny?
Not on most things, but this case, yeah,
maybe.
Yes.
It took you too long.
Turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the Chicago Bulls.
I love their game plan. Work the rock inside until someone stops it.
It's a simple, direct strategy, Shaq. And when you can pull it off, it gives you a multitude of options offensively.
Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Celtics trail. Boston with some changes. Horford, he's checked in for Porzingis. Wilson comes in for Jason Tatum. And Pritchard is subbed in for White. Ball is out there with Kobe White. Then there's Kevin Huerter. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's Phillips in at the power forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Inside. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Give him 8.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting. Quickly and capitalizing.
59 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Boston. No good that time either.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Brown passes to Wilson, right wing. To the paint. A shot to stop the run. And he takes it up and lays it in. Wilson's got 14 points for the game.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
And it's Ball off the drive. Boston pulls it in. Trying to claw their way back into this.
And the best way to do that, minimize your mistakes and take good shots.
The lead now in single digits. Pritchard's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, unselfish basketball from Drew Holiday. What else would we expect?
Outside Huerter, beyond the arc. And so it's Chicago with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. We've got Al Horford. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Hauser in at the 3. Back to Tatum. Down low. Here's Wilson, defended by Horton Tucker. And that one's good. Wilson.
Boy, you can see Tatum continues to grow his game with a play like that. That is nicely done.
Ball passes to Horton Tucker. Tries again. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. And the Bulls lead by 11.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Pritchard, the pass to Horford. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. You're a good person to ask this, Doris. Why do so many point guards turn into successful coaches?
Yeah, I think, obviously, Ryan, as a point guard, you're responsible for knowing every position on the floor, where they're supposed to be at all times. And you're also sort of thinking like a coach already. This person hasn't had a bucket in a while. How do I get them in a position to make them successful? So I think you're in control of so much as a point guard that it naturally translates to coaching.
Pass to Tatum.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And he knocks down the first one. More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Josh Giddey's checked in for Chicago. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. A 12-point game. Wilson misses from close range. The Bulls have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. And it's Giddey missing.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Here's Pritchard. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to make.
So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. All right, so chalk this win up as both one for the regular season and their first victory in group play.
Just got to tighten up and get them next time.
Stay focused on your workout.
What's good?
You got it. Come on, man. Hey, he can ball, huh? Hey, come on, come on! What? No! Shot! Pressure him up! Yeah, that's my spot! Hey, come around. I mean, come on, yo! Yeah, that's right. Don't give me those. Oh! What?
Yeah, get serious. Come on.
Oh!
Come on, MP.
Yes, sir. That's the way I back up my game.
Let's go! Your confidence is gone now. You got it. Come on, man. You got him. You got him. Get there. Get there. I got him. Shut up. Locked up. Come on. Focus.
Y'all ready to
Come
lose?
on. What are you... Bro, MP, come on. You...
What's good, MP? You were the top rookie last month and every month.
You can take him. I just know it.
Hey, and look at this. Fans are already pumped up, and the energy is visibly escalating outside of this venue. Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Boston Celtics. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. A moment now to check out some numbers for Darius Garland.
And guys, this effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics. Team goal.
Well, Kevin, you have to be working towards something, whether it's a specific rank or a record. Early goals help you define your team for the season ahead.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Wade, he's checked in for Jared Allen. And Strus is subbed in for Okoro. Then for the Celtics, Red Hot comes in for Tatum. And it's Pritchard in for Drew Holiday. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
Yeah, he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Shoots from the baseline. Porzingis with the rebound.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
And he banks in the layup. Wilson's got his second basket of the night.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Mitchell in the corner. Going inside. And then Mitchell at the dunk.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. White the pass to Wilson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For the Cavaliers, Allen's checked in for Mobley. Sam Merrill comes in for Mitchell. And it's Ty Jerome in for Garland. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Now Strus. He has yet to score. They set the pick to the left side wing. Here's Jerome. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Big-time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Oh, man.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Celtics lead by 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And when you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what do you think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
We've got Sam Merrill. Wade out there with Allen. Then it's Max Strus. And it's Jerome in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Tatum passes to Wilson, and it's in there. Wilson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, this offense is much more effective when Tatum is making the extra pass and setting up his teammates.
Pass to Wade. The jump hook. Here's Jerome. Lets it go with a 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Jerome's got 6.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Outside Wilson. To the middle. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Screen by Allen. Here's Jerome. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Celtics leading by 3. Right side Wilson. Pass to Hauser. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Drills the three-pointer. He's got 5.
Yeah, no hesitation. No overthinking it. Tatum just takes the shot.
Inside. Here's Wade. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Wilson. Tatum kicks to Wilson. And it's good. 2 points. And the Celtics lead by 6.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tyson's check. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Here's Garland. His last outing, 16 points for him. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
Fearless move by Garland inside, going for the high percentage shot.
G.A., you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his looks.
Wade, he's checked in for Thompson. Outside Garland. Okoro finds Wade. Pass to Tyson. And it's White with the rebound.
Well, when you get that kind of look inside, you have to capitalize.
Back to Wilson. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Wade, a screen on Holiday. Garland, the pass to Mitchell. Six to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. And Boston with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Wilson the pass to Brown. Over Okoro. Brown, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Pass to Tyson. Now Wade jacks up a 3. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Wilson kicks to Holiday. Back to Wilson. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. And now an 11-point Celtic lead.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Celtics up 11. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse.
Welcome to the 2K Sports Studio. Off the top, let's take a gander at the Players of the Month. And just to throw you guys a little curveball here, what's your take on the alternate floor designs teams are using these days?
It's different, that's for sure. Now,
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Boston Celtics.
Their bench has...
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, Cleveland making a change here. Strus is checked in. The Celtics also changing it up. Al Horford, he's checked in for Porzingis. Red Hot comes in for Jason Tatum. And it's Pritchard in for White. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful?
Oh, the Raptors! He punched it in! Are you kidding me? Well, check out Brown getting flashy. That'll get him fired up.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Mitchell outside. 56 seconds left in the third. Here's Allen. A putback. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Celtics trail by 3. Here's Wilson. No good. That would have tied it. The Cavaliers shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. And then Allen slams it in.
At 6'11", Allen, a legitimate threat to finish through the rim, especially when given that kind of position.
Here's Wilson. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Wilson's got 20 points.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Garland looking it over. Pass to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Mobley inside. Evan Mobley getting it done for the Cavaliers. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. Right back after this break. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Wade, Isaac Okoro out there with Garland. And it's Jerome in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Tatum passes to Wilson. He goes up again. The kick out to Tatum to tie it up. Tatum from 3.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Pritchard passes to Wilson. Tatum down low. Covered by Okoro. Tatum, that's good. Tatum's got the game tied up here for the Celtics. Wade outside. To the paint. Here's Tyson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
You look at Mitchell, he's all the way up there at number 2 in the voting for the three-point contest. Fans and the media know that he is one of the premier long-distance shooters in the league today.
And, Kevin, not to take anything away from the other facets of his game, but let's face it, that three-point shooting is what puts him on a whole nother level.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more. And as we get closer to the three-point contest, once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
And here's Cruz for 3. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got 4 assists now tonight. Tatum kicks to Wilson. Pass to Holiday. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Wilson.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
A different look now for Cleveland. Jared Allen's checked in for Wade. Evan Mobley comes in for Max Strus. And it's Mitchell in for Ty Jerome. Then for the Celtics, Porzingis is checked in for Horford. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Pritchard. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, during that last break, I heard Kenny Atkinson talking with his team. Now, they preached the little things in the huddle. They asked their team to battle on those 50-50 balls. One extra possession could be all the difference. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. A nice shot by Okoro. I'm breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Cleveland.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also, they've made it a point to push it off turnovers. They're playing smart and alert, capitalizing on mistakes.
Celtics trail by 7. Tatum on the wing. Porzingis passes to Bryant. To Holiday. The Celtics working the ball around now.
Tatum gets it inside. Well, you know who their number 1 option is when they need a big bucket, and Tatum rarely disappoints.
Mobley with it. He's against Wilson. Mobley misses.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
And he comes up with the deuce. Now just a 3-point Cavalier lead.
Well, Brown sees himself as a leader on this team, and he can come up with big points when they need him to. Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Back to Wilson. No good on that one. Good D by Mobley. Cleveland leading by 5. Pass to Okoro. Mobley at the elbow. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Mobley against Wilson. There's the triple. The rebound by the Celtics.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Okoro. Down low. Porzingis with the steal. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ballgame.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
The three from Tatum. Count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
Down kicks to Wilson to tie it up. The three won't fall. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and...
Well, I knew we weren't going undefeated for the rest of the season. You guys out there.
Hey, nice to see you. Come back soon.
Hello. Have a look. Goodbye. Please come back anytime. You're always welcome.
What's up, neighbor?
Hey, welcome in. See you next time.